So, welcome back to the Brotherhoods. We now have a round 3, which, Jamie, if you would like to inform them. As you can see on the right-hand side, we have Racoons versus Burning Abyss. Now, interestingly, we have 2 resident experts on each of the deck. We have Burning Abyss, which is piloted by Jamie, and we also have Racoons, which is a favourable deck for Rescue Cat Duelist. So, I don't actually know too much. As opposed, straight away Obedient Schooled.
Yeah, this is...
Obedient Schooled is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
the
I'm guessing going for Beast first time.
I mean, Beast is a good shout because, a huge amount of the field is Necros at the moment, so...
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to blindly go for anything.
Saying that, though, we only have 25 Necros.
Yeah. Well, it's
but they don't know that, so yeah. So, straight away, is that a Beast?
I do not blame it.
It's Key Mouse.
Yeah.
The sad thing is his opponent's playing Burning Abyss, which will love that Beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely love it. However,
so
that is 3 back row.
That is 3 back row. That's a lot of back row. So do you think if you're in the Ashley's position, who is the Raccoon player, would you go for a Beast straight away?
I honestly would, thinking of the bias of the format. I think your best chance, so the most likely deck you're going to play is going to be Necros.
Yeah, and we have Farfa, is it?
Negating spells against any other deck isn't exactly bad, seeing as the second most popular deck of the format is Shadow.
Yeah,
so
which is obviously good. But, so is that Farfa?
It's Farfa, so that's Alich.
Oh, Alich, sorry,
met with a Mind Crush corner across the
Alich. Wow, he opened up well.
He's opened Double Seer, Mass Change, Soul Charge, and
he's got
Phoenix.
The Phoenix Wind Blast.
Phoenix, of course, very strong.
Very strong. So that goes.
The question is now, he can OE into Dante, but he has to normal summon and special summon his Seers. Meaning, if the Dante's dealt with, he will actually go minus, which is very painful for him in this situation.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't OE.
So he's just setting the Mass Change. Yeah, setting the Mass Change and the Phoenix Wind Blast. So he's got Book of Moon. And that looks like Fable Cerebral, I think. That was just a guess.
Cerebral still played?
Yeah. At 1 in this, yes.
Oh, of course.
So it might be that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Beast is a 3/2, isn't it?
2/3, yeah.
2/3, yeah. Imagine 3/2.
I think it's 2/2, isn't it?
It's 2/2.
Yeah, that is right. Yeah. I'm just being a little bit blunt.
It's only weenie.
There's not actually anything to protect the Beast, which is kind of unfortunate.
Is there not?
No, not on the list. The main traps are 3 Mistake, 1 Vanities, 2 Call of the Haunted, 2 Waboku, 2 Mind Crush, and 1 Compulse. So really, it's just got.
So here comes the wing.
I would question the Wabokus. I'm more of a Mirror Force kind of guy myself.
Definitely at the moment, I'd use Mirror Force.
Mirror Force is a great card, right?
I know, of course, Waboku has its merits against things like Trishula, but I'm degenerate like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Honestly, I'd run Mirror
The
Force.
Wing Blast is used, ditching the Seer, bringing back the Alich, which means normal summoning a Seer here is incredible. Because anything
really
he makes
good.
is essentially free.
Yeah. But 3 back row, is that so? There was a Book of Moon.
Yeah, there is a Book of Moon on the list, and 2 MST.
Summons a Seer met with the book, which will of course force the Alich to destroy itself.
Yeah, which is...
that Platinum Row book.
I know, yeah. Looks so fake. So that is pretty. It's a pretty good play.
Rescue, can I have
it's the only thing that you can really do at this point for the Raccoon player. It's just deciding. So yeah, there we go. So now, if we remember, he has a Mass Change down.
Passes play
and he just passes. Yeah. So what did he draw into? Another Obedient School.
Wow,
that is really nice.
Wow, and we know that he only has a Mass Change down, which is dead.
He hasn't got the Key Mouse Tuner. He's only running 1. So.
He's only running 1. Okay, so this could be. What could this be if we look at the extra deck? What resident experts? What would be kind of the best play right now?
He could even Well, it's going to have to be a variant of 2, so maybe Fabled Unicorn or Rhino Raccoon Sunday.
Unicorn could be a nice one right now, actually.
Yeah, Unicorn. He has the Cerebral in hand.
Yeah.
You could even Sandayu plus Unicorn,
which is very strong.
Yeah, not bad.
Just thinking, did he special the Seer?
No, Seer was normal.
Seer was normal, okay. I was thinking, which one would he be best to Book of Moon? So,
yeah.
But yeah. Interesting. So he's now got 2 level 2s and a level. Oh no.
Admittedly, however, there would have been
Yeah.
no
So
legal
goes-
seer target engrave.
So going
Yeah.
either
That's
into
what I was
Cat
thinking.
Cat Shark or Sunday, obviously, it'll be the Sunday. Well,
Augusto.
he's activated obedience.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah, so he
correct.
can't. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say I'd be on my feet.
Yeah. He can Cat Shark or Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
it,
that's fair
that is.
enough. So,
Already making a token.
which is interesting.
That surprises me.
Yeah, that does surprise
yeah.
me. So how much is token on 1,000?
It's just 1,000.
Unless he's.
How much
Is
defense
that,
is
I think that looks like a Call of Haunted, isn't it? He's going to try. What levels?
The Valeriform.
What levels the
Valeriform.
token?
1. So he's bringing back Valeriform, which can ditch the Cerberus, but he's got too much board.
Too much board.
Yeah.
So
You
he
can't
bring back
even
this-
use the 7.
He's OE'd so bad.
Okay,
I mean,
so he's
admittedly
just-
he has the kit to get the seer out of the way, but the seer would have never been a problem
No,
if he'd
exactly.
just booked it. So booked the Arch.
Yeah.
So,
So there's a slight misplay there. But he's overlaying into another level 2.
It's brought into question.
Hmm.
Um,
Unless he's got just. I can't even think what the back row to disprove us would be.
yeah.
And I mean, he has the Sandio lock, which is really actually quite difficult to get over as a Burning Abyss player. If he makes the double Sandio.
But I mean, all he needs is like far from whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just good.
Thing is, he can make the Unicorn
So
as
he's
well.
made another. So
He's
he's,
just
It's
made
the other
another
Sunday.
Sunday.
so
Just
Sunday is
just
just
a
1,000. So he's got
board of
4k
1,000.
for what's how much is kit?
800.
1,000 and then 8.
So he's left on 3-2.
Mate, everyone's in Mighty was at 3. Kitten was my guy.
Kitten in the sec is pretty good. If you know how to use it properly with Valeriform, you can loop it just a million times.
Kitten, someone wind up right, bounce it.
Disgusting. So it's not a bad board.
Even just attacking over though, you can put in so much damage on the tokens. And
Yeah.
everything.
So we know he's got Soul Charge and he's got the Seer. He's got a face down Mass Change. I can't tell what the other card in his hand is, which he's trying to.
That's an Alich.
Is that an Alec?
Oh,
no,
it's a
Crane
Green
Crane.
Crane. Sorry, I thought I saw Blue Fire again.
No.
Green Crane, of course, something people are playing a lot to account for the loss of the
Tour guides, yeah, of
Mm.
course.
Let's bring back the Seer, because that's going to bring back an Alich if it dies.
Yeah. And he's just going to go straight into the Dante. Yep.
Just simply because it's so big against the stack.
Unless that's a sec compulse, I guess.
But
There's-
it would have been activated now. But
Yeah.
even then,
If it is a compulse, he just brings back
No.
he brings back the Alich in attack mode. And then he has to crash someone to even make a 14 token. The Graph now triggering.
wow, that was he needed that.
alongside the Seer, so
Yeah.
he has another Xyz play, which is incredibly strong.
I mean,
So-
really, if you get rid of the tokens, he's still got
The
he's
most
got no hand.
beautiful thing about this is if he goes double Dante and his opponent's turn, he has 2 1,000 attack monsters, which means his opponent still can't do anything
Yep,
with regards to getting big tokens.
it's the actual beauty of it.
Yeah.
If he wants to go one better, he can also make Future Zero if he's playing it,
That would be incredible.
which
That
is
would
not.
be.
What?
'Cause
No Future Zero on the
of course,
stream,
Zero,
come on.
zero.
Why? But
I'll be the first person to say it's an absolute garbage card, but for a gimmick, I think it's hilarious. It will definitely be in the next deck profile I do for Burning Abyss. You can count on it.
I don't see why you wouldn't put it in the deck. It's
just a
amazing.
gimmick.
It's clearly amazing. What are you on about? Get out. No wonder you called Jamie the Scrub 0-0.
I'm just not that with a rebuttal, my friend. I've been called many things.
Oh dear. We love Jamie though, don't we?
I'm just an old man of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm past my prime.
the pension at 0-0.
I am.
Jamie the Pensioner, you heard it
I'm
here
long
first,
past
folks.
my prime. I'm going to scrub out at Nats this year.
Yeah, definitely. So here comes the second Dante, detaching the Scarm, which will get him an M-phase search, and that's
Dark Eruption, Raigeki, and One Unknown.
dun 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 dun. He must know what it is.
They can tell. I think it's a gold rare, so it's probably Crane Crane. I look like a gold rare.
Hmm.
Oh, no, he's only
Just
playing the one Crane
normal.
Crane, so it's
Even-
possibly.
Don't know about that one, I'm afraid.
It might have been a mathematician because he didn't pay any mind. So,
Okay,
the
yeah.
mathematician or tour guide. All the rest of his monsters are Burning Abyss.
Okay, so
Talking over the kitten for 800.
So, yeah, 800 damage. And then 15 versus both tokens.
Yeah.
So 3,800. Puts him to 42.
Racoon's still ahead on life points,
Mhm.
but not necessarily.
On board present.
Yeah.
Really not.
So he's going to get a 16 token. Or a couple of them, which is the best he can get. at this time.
And
Unless he draws into a tuner, he's just got no place, really.
and he top decks the vanities, which would have really helped earlier.
Yeah.
Because that would have probably
Always a turn too late now.
won him the game.
Yeah,
But he's,
actually.
Here I'd possibly consider not summoning the tokens. I feel like it'd be a waste of the Sandees.
because they can't die, can they? Oh no, they can.
The Sandees can't die while there's two.
Well, there's. So yeah, it would be a waste. Oh, it was
What was that? It was some...
Mathematician or Torgo?
no, it was a burning abyss.
Oh, it was Benny.
Yeah.
Rubik?
No, it was the wolf.
Oh, the wolf.
I think
He doesn't play any Kagna.
I might be seeing things then.
I'm just blind to it. Yeah, he does play a Kagna, regrettably. He's not playing the. He's not playing my ritual build from half a year ago.
Either way. So it's a pretty strong position that he's in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Which card? They're gonna need to spell it out.
Apparently, there's been a double normal summon.
I'm gonna.
I
need
did
to
actually notice this. The seer was a bit. I was a bit
Just
confused.
trying to-
about
Was
it.
the seer normal summoned?
Yeah, there was backer at the time, I think.
It's an error carried forward. We can't do anything at this stage. But
No,
the correct it becomes an like to those of you who are saying in the chat is delayed. The chat is delayed, and B, we're not actually judges on this one. If it becomes an accepted game state between two players, the error carries forward.
Unfortunately, that is the case.
So he has double normaled.
If he has, we'd have to double check that.
But it became an accepted game state, and the game is carried on. It's now irreversible, so it carries on.
Okay.
But that'll come through to you guys in a couple of minutes
Did
when
we
the
see
chat
the
catches up.
foolish for Farfa to get rid of the Sunday to banish it, and then you can just attack over and start.
Which is absolutely
Get
ridiculous.
rid of the vanities, and I think this is probably. I can't imagine any top decks.
So he just has a
It's
mistake.
It's
That's
just
it.
he has a really bad main deck
Oh,
for this
that was
matchup.
bad.
But I
Nick.
must apologise to you guys for not catching that if that was an issue.
Mm.
But ultimately, there's nothing we can do at this stage.
Yeah.
I am sorry, but the chat is delayed.
We will definitely go back and check that, of course.
He milled Libic. That was what it was. It was the Libic that we couldn't see. That's where the
oh yeah,
That's
that
it came
makes
from.
sense.
Okay. Damn it, yeah, that does make sense.
Honestly, Racoons have a terrible matchup against Burning
It's
Abyss.
impossible because
It's
their
awful.
entire main deck advantage is against everything else.
Yeah, I feel quite sorry for him. If you're gone up against Shadows or Necros, the Racoons would have so
that's
much
fine.
better a chance.
He didn't normal summon twice.
Yeah.
It was the Livic off the Dante.
Yeah, it was the Libic, so we didn't see it.
So that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That is fine.
It's the way I've always been informed by judges. In response to the question about, wait, if I make an illegal move, my opponent doesn't notice until it's too late, nothing happens. It's subject to judges' discretion at the end of the day.
There are many.
It is the case.
Speaking as a judge, there are many things that can happen. If the players notice it, and it's it's on the same turn, then it can easily be taken back, and then it's just an accepted thing that sometimes the judge might give a warning depending on their discretion. But if they are, if it is after, say a turn later where cards have been revealed when they shouldn't have, it makes it an irreversible game state. And a lot of the time, the player who actually did summon it might get a game loss, but a lot of the time as well, it is up to both players, unfortunately. So it's really strange because the difference between America, how they judge that, and Europe is completely different. So people who are watching if you're over in America or outside of Europe, anything like that, they are sometimes ruled differently.
They're a lot stricter about it in America as well.
Yeah, with judges, speaking with me as well personally, if we can go back, if it's not a reversible game state and we can go back, I much prefer it because it doesn't damage the game, and you don't want to have these game losses over your head and all this. So we do try. Well, I personally do when I judge. I try and just step back as much as possible, but the problem is if a card has been milled, for example, that shouldn't have been, it's later in the turn, then it becomes an irreversible game state because that card shouldn't have been revealed. So that's when it becomes very difficult.
Are we going to look at sides after all that?
Sideboard.
That chit chat?
Looking at the Burning Abyss one, of course we are coming into a rogue matchup that the Burning Abyss deck wasn't expecting, but at the same time it's incredibly strong against it. He is citing 3 Vanity's Fiend, which could be useful, 3 Lancia, which are irrelevant, 2 Maxi, which I honestly don't like the card that much in the matchup, 3 MST, which you want to board instant because you know there's going to be a lot of backrow and Raccoon control, 3 Non-Fusion Area, which is irrelevant, and 1 Crush Card Virus, which of course is going to be useless.
Yeah.
How about the Raccoon player?
There's 3 Book of Eclipse, 2 Breakthrough Skill, 3 Flying Sea, 2 Non-Fusion Area, 2 Vanity's Fiend, 1 Soul Drain, and 2 Twister.
So then Flying Seas will be going.
Yeah, the Flying Seas were just, I had to side Flying Seas because this matchup is so bad.
Raccoon player taking turn 1.
Yeah, I think I apparently need to get that deck profile of the D Hero thing because it's now the videos are going up on YouTube as quickly as possible, and every single comment on there is deck profile, please. It's like, okay, I need to go find that guy later then. So we are into game 2, and here comes the Rubik. Need specials from the hand. 2 back row and a set. Did we know at all what they were?
No.
Didn't
just
catch
kind
a
of
glimpse.
immediately
No,
set.
that's fair enough.
But there's an Ayers Rock Sun
There is, yeah,
and
which
a
is
Wind Up Kitten,
which is pretty bad. But depending on that set, it could be interesting.
It's probably a Tantan.
So here comes the Scarm. Seer, sorry. Is that Seer?
A Scarm.
Scarm. I was right the first time. Don't know why I doubt myself. I never played Burning Abyss in.
The
There's the
Book of Moon meets it again.
So, yeah.
Platinum doing him
Okay,
good.
I don't like the Platinum Rare. I'm sorry, Konami,
No,
but
I don't like
I just hated it. So there's the Raigeki.
Fossil Dino.
Hey, the fossil.
Yeah, he's
Interesting.
maining 2 Fossil Dino.
Yeah, he is. That's another thing. The Raccoon player is maining 2 Fossil Dino. He's just
Flying
drained to a Flying Sea,
That's pretty
which is going to help.
decent.
Very strong.
I remember the days when I used to play against against Burning Abyss with Satel Knights, and Flying Sea just puts in work, especially when you just trivial loop it. It's so good.
Yeah, I remember getting locked out by that.
So he's just
bouncing and
attacking for 800.
Yep.
I haven't once edited the incorrect graphic, which is good so far. I've just jinxed myself. I definitely will now, but it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, this is interesting. I'm not entirely, but the Flying Sea really helps because
you can just do it now.
it looks like he's.
Just
Yeah, I wouldn't do it now. I'd wait until the Wither was summoned. Yeah.
And he'd want the kitten to leave the field so that he can possibly draw into a level 2 and then Ayers Rock it.
No, true.
Get selecting it.
800.
Is that not the Ayers Rock? That's
So do you just want to explain what Ayers Rock does if people don't know?
It's monster reborn for beasts.
And it
essentially.
reduces the attack of your opponent's monsters by, I think it's 200 for every beast in your graveyard.
Every beast in grave.
So only. So he's only reduced it by 200.
He hasn't reduced it at all.
Oh,
Because
just
Fossil
it
Dine's
has
a
to
rock.
resolve. Yeah, of course, it has to resolve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has bounced it though, and he's just going to try and poke him again, I suppose.
Essentially, but he's drawn into another Ayers Rock. So it's going to be rinse and repeat. He's just slowing his opponent down at this point.
But he has the Flying Sea, so the style that he's currently forced to play, which is slow, is actually going to work. So he's just attacking there, I think.
800.
Another 800. So
Just keep going, kitten.
yeah, it's
64.
yeah, it's. I was.
Oh, sorry.
God, Jamie, I know math. Jamie thinks I don't know math. It's great. Yeah, it's the Wind Up Kittens are certainly an underrated card. I feel, compulsory on legs is great. Can't really argue with that, can you?
Not at all.
But one card that I'm really looking forward to, speaking of
He's
compulse,
bouncing back.
it's
To
because
be
he wants the special.
That is pretty
Yeah.
good.
But now he's going to walk into the trap here, I think.
Do we know the trap?
No, he means the Flying Sea.
Oh,
Flying
right,
Sea
the
is the
Flying
trap.
Sea.
Oh, the Dark Eruption. So
The one off attack, that.
yeah,
Oh.
0 defense, isn't it? Added to hand.
1500 attack.
1500 or less.
Mm.
So the Rubik's added specials, and you want a special summon. So
That's a really clever play.
is he normaling?
Yeah, me normal with Scarm,
Okay.
which means he cuts his losses really well.
Yeah. So that's really nice. That's the best thing about Flying Sea against Burning Abyss.
Yeah.
You completely ruin them.
Mm.
But now, he's searching for the Scarm.
The thing is, he's not that inconvenienced. He's only a -1.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. but he needs to figure out a way to get rid of the flying C.
Yep.
What do we think? What ounce do you think he has?
In all honesty, I usually just find myself attacking with the flying C. It's really bad, but
It's a way out.
there are so many horrendous players who let me do that. Like, I'm just going to say it like that because that's the way it is.
How much attack has it got?
600. Because you attack with it and then you go defensive mid phase 2.
You might even want to kitten bounce it.
Yeah, that's
He will.
Because now he's rotating the kitten.
To be honest, he just gets the kitten in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh,
At the
so
moment.
good.
This game.
So good.
I've never seen kitten put in so much damage.
Kitten's
It's
amazing.
the old Pleiades syndrome.
Mm.
Constellas used to do it this way as well. Because they were relevant.
So this is a bit of a slower game,
Mhm.
Definitely.
which is always good to see.
It's interesting to see a grind for the first time in a while.
Yeah,
Especially
we haven't
after-
seen grinds in a while, have
Yeah,
we?
especially after last time, which was over in what, two turns?
That was disgusting.
That was awful.
So he's trying to get rid of the kitten here.
Oh, that's actually really, really bad. He just wants to be drawing into other level 2s. The fact that he hasn't got obedience school or level 2s with the A's rock in hand is just awful. Would you like to inform us on this Burning Abyss that
Oh,
you
sorry.
don't know anything about?
Oh, this one's come down.
Mm-hmm.
This is Libic of the Burning Abyss.
Okay.
It's the monster that when it hits the graveyard, special summons a level 3 fiend from your hand and its effects are negated. It's really quite useful in tandeming you guys up with non-Burning Abyss monsters. It's really useful for playing around things like when your Torgag gets Veilered or when you're playing the Djinn, which I know some lists have been doing.
So what's the attack on it? Do you
I
know?
believe it's about 1-3,
1-3.
so it'll take 500 off.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I don't know why, but I find 1-3 a really uncomfortable number, so I remember it. But it's surprisingly good.
1-3 is a bit. It's unlucky 13, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
fine.
But
That'll
the
at
flying
least-
sea, of course, will come down. The most crippling
both
thing
of
is
them
he has
go.
another A's rock in hand.
It's so strong.
Of course, the Seer can get back the Scam.
Yeah.
The Libic can special summon something from the hand if it's relevant to special, because of course its effect is negated.
So just
So it'll
rank
just
3
chill on the
with
field
C.
defensively.
Could you then just rank 3 with the C and
No,
go
because
with it, or-
it's got to be.
And now he has a fossil
you
diner.
can't seize while it's face up.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So of course now the Seer triggered engrave and the opponent's chain call haunted target the fossil diner, which is a big problem for the Burning Abyss player actually for Andre.
That flying C is...
But now he's going to have to give up the flying C, isn't he?
Admittedly,
He has a mind
Unless he
crush,
doesn't
which
go
is very
aggressive with
strong.
Yeah.
Andre's on what, 2?
2 cards in hand, yeah.
Which is
So-
incredibly weak position.
Personally, I
It's-
think I'd just let it play out.
Yeah.
It's
I
ridiculous
don't
how-
think,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. No,
Sorry.
I was going to say it's ridiculous how minus has gone just from that max C. No, the flying C.
Flying C, yeah, he's lost 4 cards overall, but gains back 1 or 2.
Definitely.
So yeah, he is minus in a fair bit. So yeah, here we are. This flying C's just going to go in.
Yeah.
Flying C's, how much attack?
Was it 600 probably?
I think it's 600, yeah.
Yeah.
Wind up in its prime on Necros. Necros all the way.
700 it is.
I mean, even with hand loop and Shockmaster, I'd sooner play Necros.
That is pretty helpful actually.
What did he draw?
It's Valerie Fawn. He can't use the effect. Oh no, he didn't want to. With the A's rock in hand.
Mm.
But maybe synchro for something.
Yeah.
So, what would
You
you...
can go for a 6 or an 8. You could just go for Barkion if you
That was
really
another
wanted
monster as well. So,
to.
here we are again. That's the second wing. Interestingly, he's
People-
targeting...
I think people in the chat are being
Crash.
rather unfair.
What is it?
People are calling out the Raccoon player for being awful. I honestly think he's actually this
He's doing
game.
quite
The way
well,
he's
yeah.
played it has really been it's been really painful for the opponent. Admittedly, he's not made much ground, but his hand hasn't been strong enough to make much ground. Now the BA player is also being called terrible. I love how people are just discussing the most broken decks in the game. Burning Abyss doesn't have any outs to Flying Sea in response to the question. Looking at this list, it when I say it doesn't have any, it has outs, but it has to go so cripplingly minus. It may as well just scoop before it does it.
Yeah.
Especially with a hand like the way it has.
So he called wrong. He's just rolling to see, so it's just going to drop
really?
the horizon.
That's
yeah.
horrible.
That's really bad, actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
no,
the sunrise,
that's-
and then the wind blast goes.
that's a really horrible.
Oh, so the false nine was Farford.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
he
it
has
is.
a tour guide. Wow.
The thing is, when he mind crushed, I'm almost certain that tour guide was Search with Scam.
I'm not sure.
What did you search with
I didn't
Scam
see it
previously?
get-
I didn't see,
Searched.
unfortunately. Bubble beat for the win. There are no UA decks in this tournament.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, sorry.
Next format though.
Next format,
Next,
yeah.
next,
With the
next,
stupid spell cards, which I'm loving.
Yeah.
Not big on burning a bit. No, not.
We have
UAs.
we have our own hero lives. It's amazing.
Ultimate Athletes for Euros.
I've been playing Ultra Athletes since they came out, so I'm very happy with all this stuff coming out. Although I'm dying to the fact that we only have one level 4,
I know
only
your
one
swords.
normal summon monster, so you have to play
Yeah,
reasoning builds basically.
basically.
But anyway, that's a different thing.
I know your sorts anyway. You read those cards and you went, it says negate. I'm going to play this.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like he attacked there, I
Searching
guess.
for Rubik
Mhm.
in the old end phase.
So he's left on 2-4 now. Oh no, he's not. It's the wrong player.
Is that the vanities in hand?
Is a vanities in hand.
Uh, what synchros are they
Fossil
running?
Diner comes back.
I mean, they can.
And that's a set value.
Is that a set value form? That's a really horrible situation to be in. Having to set value form. I mean, not even synchroing.
This is looking somewhat signed and sealed.
Could have
Yeah,
gone into Goyo or
unfortunately.
Barkion, but neither of them are very helpful.
This will be the third 2-0 in a row.
Yeah.
Craving that game 3.
Gotta give the Raccoon guy some credit. This is a bad matchup.
Yeah,
Really bad matchup.
it's a hideous matchup for him, sadly. But it is what it is. If we would have chosen his pairing, we would have chosen pairing. In response to that, I would like to see Shadows on next if we're able to.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find some Shadows, but I don't think they're actually doing that well.
Yeah, my boy lost his last round.
So we're gonna try and stick with the Exos for now, but if the Exos are all just Necros, which it looks like they could be, I will certainly see what we can find for you.
Excellent.
And there's
So
Vanities,
emptiness for the Rubik.
but I don't.
That's a foolish.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't see
It
how.
passes to end phase.
Yeah. So that must have been
It's a graph.
Scarm.
Yeah, it's
searching?
Scarm searching.
No.
Yeah,
That's
Fancy.
it.
that's it. That's game.
Yeah.
All you can do is set it and hope.
He's only on 26.
But he's only on
Yeah, 'cause he can't
26,
special
so
it. So he has to set it because then he survives. That's what he's got to do.
Yeah.
So if he holds it, you just get stuck for 26.
All
and
he,
exactly.
You'll lose, yeah.
all he can do is wait out till the next turn, and if he doesn't top deck obedient school,
Well,
does
he
it?
can't way out.
You'll have
'Cause
to
he'll
forgive
die
me,
exactly.
Yeah, he'll have to.
So it looks like he said it.
Yeah, he has to.
Yeah,
He's
set.
pretty much accepted it by the looks of it. So that's pretty unfortunate. The fact
Yeah.
that
Just swing and then
yeah,
like
so he's
make
gonna
Nightmare Shock and say kill me.
Vanities now goes. He's gonna dig in for 1,000.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm enough of a dick to do that. I mean, you saw me in my Heartland Draco. Just
Yeah.
make a guy and go kill it, or you lose. Cowboy theory.
Can't wait for game. So is there anything else you would do? You'd probably go for another Dante play, right?
Sorry? No, that's what I was saying. I was saying I'd legitimately make my Nightmare Shark and just say kill me.
Oh yeah, of course he could have made. Oh no, he couldn't
Yeah.
have made it then.
But the
But
Dante's
next
very
turn he
strong
can,
anyway.
yeah.
Like I'm being a dick about it, but especially with 2 floaters under it, it wouldn't have been too bad a shout. Admittedly. So I'd question the mill here, but it
Well, maybe he just wants to try and generate a little bit of extra.
Oh, I'm being a perfectionist.
Yeah, and he's just
He's
milled
just
the
generating
one.
a guy on the field.
Yeah.
He's just preparing himself to be able to make the third guy. I mean, maybe he's preparing himself for that Nightmare Shark, so he doesn't even have to risk a set monster being a fossil diner,
Yeah, possibly.
which is a play I can accept.
And he's
Or he's
special summon
actually going to
again.
make a play.
Either that or he's going to try for
Fluffer
the.
wasn't used this turn.
No.
Oh, there you
Quick.
go, the engineer.
Okay. That makes
Yeah.
a bit of
And
sense.
2 back row.
And what did he draw? I wonder.
Does he have the fire lake? That's the question.
If he had the fire lake, that'd be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, because it's just set
Oh.
and pass.
And it
fire
looks
lake.
like he's about to pass. Yeah. And that's game over.
I'd want to see what he top decked, just because he didn't show it.
Yeah, that's it. And
Bunnies. And that is round 3.
that is round 3. So thank you very much for joining in and watching that one. They are all going up on YouTube. 2 of them are up there, the famous last rounds. If you didn't see round 2, please go watch it. It's probably going to be the best round you'll see for a very long time. But hopefully we're going to try and top that. I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but nevertheless.
Destiny Heroes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that is it. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure that you will tune in and carry on tuning in. And I shall catch you guys later. Thank you very much, Jamie, and thank you very much.
No problem. See you guys next